Hello there guys, and welcome back to Reborn with Michael Watson. Today I am talking about how to stop self-sabotaging in 2025. I mean, come on guys, we have to start to realize a lot of the time it is us that is sabotaging ourselves from achieving the wonders, achieving the glories, the love, the abundance, the prosperity. It is us getting in the way, and we get in the way of ourselves because we're scared, because we don't believe we deserve it, because we don't think these certain things. I'm going to tell you today, I'm going to give you the blueprint of how to stop self-sabotaging today. If you like Spirituality Simplified, please consider like, sharing and subscribing. Comment down below if you find it helpful. Check out my free Facebook group, The Healing Circle, and check me out on Instagram. It's all linked in the description. Guys, I'm here and I'm saying this, and I say this out loud and proud. We are self-sabotaging. I've done it myself. I sometimes still continue to do it. I'm not perfect. We don't need to be perfect. But what we need to do is understand what it is we're actually doing. Are you self-sabotaging? Well, I'm here to be a little bit confrontational to you and say yes. If there's something in your life that isn't going the way you want, you have to look at it as yourself. Now, look, there could be so many things that people say to me, well, I didn't ask for this, I didn't do that. Well, that's individual cases, but let's say that 99% of the time we're self-sabotaging. Why do we do it though? Well, firstly, to be able to change it, we need to understand why we're doing it. The reason you're doing it is because in your life, especially as a child, some situations happened that you did not like. They made you feel uncomfortable. And then for the rest of your life, you've been trying to make yourself feel safe. You've been trying to make yourself feel comfortable, feel at ease, trying to control the situation around you. A lot of people actually get into manifestation and spirituality because they want to feel some level of control around it. Well, look, there's nothing that you need to do. There's nothing that you can control. The only control we have is to let go of control. This sounds so paradoxical, but when you start to realize that you are being led by your emotions, you are jumping from emotion to emotion, then every action that you're taking is led to make yourself feel better. It's hitting this internal muck that you've stored inside from your past, and it's hitting it and it's going, oh, I don't like that. I need to take some action to make me feel better. The biggest mistake that people make when they're self-sabotaging is they take action from fear. They're taking action in a fear-based way to make themselves feel better. You know, I'm just saying to you, here's what I'm saying to you. No action taken from fear is going to lead to anything good. Now, look, I've been there. How many of you in a relationship have started to think that person's doing that, they're doing that, and you say something from anger, something that you didn't even mean, and that's it, boom. The relationship goes like this. Well, everything in your life is a relationship. It's your relationship with money. It's your relationship with your business. It's your relationship with success, with prosperity, with health, with yourself. I mean, I've worked with people who have had autoimmune disease, and they realize that they have just been punishing themselves all this time. I've worked with people who had no business coming into their business, no money flowing through, but it was all their own self-sabotage because they're drenched in fear, and all of their actions come from fear. That's why I'm telling you guys, what you need to do is you always need to take a beat before you take any action, especially from a reactive place. If something happens that you don't like, don't do anything just yet. There's nothing that taking action in that first hour, half an hour, unless you're in extreme danger, there is no action required that is going to make any difference that you need to take immediately. I'm going to tell you that 99% of the time, you really, really need to understand it. What I'm going to say is this. Okay, all you need to start to do is recognize what your body's telling you. Recognize the emotions that are happening physically, the physical expression of those emotions. Deal with that. Relax back from that. And this is the highest thing we can do. And you start to relax and you watch it. And it's a lot like surrendering. Learning to let go of all the muck. And what happens is just like if you were putting sludge out of a pipe, it will start to come up. And it's not going to feel comfortable, but it's going to come up and it's going to release out of you. Then from there, you're going to feel a deep sense of ease, inner peace. And firm, lovingly, knowingly visualize from there. Take action from there. You are going to start to see a change in your life. But you are never going to stop sabotaging yourself until you start to sit with the discomfort that you are facing. When you start to realize that it's every action that you're taking is bouncing from emotion to emotion. So you're never actually thinking with clarity. You're never finding that sort of deep knowingness. You're acting from a feeling of fear, a place of fear and uncertainty. It's not helpful. It's not going to be helpful towards you. So all I'm saying is every reason why we're self-sabotaging is because we're being reactionary and we're acting from a fear-based emotion. If you can start to recognize yourself, see yourself before in that moment and how you are feeling towards what's going on. Let's give some clear examples. I want to give you some clear examples. So you have just been paid, okay? And what you do is you get all this money, you're getting paid monthly. You're in a job that gets paid monthly. But what you do is you go out with your friends on payday, you get paralytically drunk, you spend a load of money on food and on drinks with people that you don't even like that much. And you think to yourself the next day, oh my gosh, I've spent 25%, 30% of my monthly income last night. Why? But why? Because there's a part of you that's acting from an emotion to want that, to feel wanted, to feel like you belong somewhere, to feel like people like you. And you're taking these actions and taking actions that you don't even want to take just to make yourself feel better. And then we go asleep. Often we go asleep, we come out of awareness. There's no awareness then. So we start spending frivolously and we're just bouncing from emotion to emotion. This is what it is to be asleep. To wake up and to be awake is the person who's always aware. This is the person who's aware of what they're doing, noticing themselves before they take any action in reality. That's how you stop self-sabotaging. I will say this to you, and I'll say it with all of my heart and soul. If you can start to understand this as a truth, if you can start to realize this as your truth, you can start to realize that I need to slow down. See, we think we've got to be quick in life. And often we're told in manifestation, money likes quickness. It likes quick decisions. Yes, decisions are great. But until you realize until you realize that you have to center yourself before any decision, I'd rather you sit there in the turmoil for the whole day before taking action on your feelings. You know, often, how many times have you written a message to someone and been like, in that height of emotion, I'm going to send it now. Do not do it. Don't do it. How many of you in the height of emotion have wanted to quit your job? Don't do it just yet. It's not to the benefit of you. It's an immediate reactionary response, and that's where self-sabotage comes from. So it comes from past experience we didn't like. We then carry on that muck. We get triggered by something happening in our experience, which triggers that muck, so the energy can't flow freely. So we just blah, and it just bursts out all that energy, and we take an action and say a word, and we do this. If you can start to actually chill out, sit back, relax behind it, observe it, release, relax, re-intend, take some action from that place, you will stop self-sabotaging in 2025 and create a really happy life that you deserve. I'll speak to you soon, guys.